Have you ever felt a shiver down your spine, not from the cold, but from the chilling realization that some things in this world are simply beyond our understanding? We live on a planet, mapped and measured, yet it's still full of shadows, full of whispers and secrets that defy all logic. Today, we're diving headfirst into the abyss, exploring 5 of Earth's darkest and most unsettling mysteries that will make you question everything you think you know. These are the stories that science can't explain, the events that leave investigators stumped, and the digital ghosts that haunt the internet's darkest corners. So, turn down the lights and prepare to venture into the unknown. Our first stop takes us to the small desert town of Taos, New Mexico. Imagine living somewhere where a constant, maddening sound fills the air, but only for a select few. This is the reality for about 2% of Taos residents. Since the early 1990s, they've reported a persistent, low-frequency hum. Most people can't hear it at all. Those who can are driven to distraction, suffering from dizziness, insomnia, and nausea. Scientists have brought in sensitive sound equipment, but they've found nothing. It's not seismic activity, not industrial noise, not a secret military experiment, at least not one anyone will admit to. Theories range from mass hysteria to unique inner-ear acoustics in the hearers. Is it a geological phenomenon, a secret government project, or something else entirely? For the people of Taos who hear the hum, the mystery is a daily torment, a constant, invisible intrusion with no source and no escape. Next, we journey to the desolate, snow-covered slopes of the Ural Mountains in Russia. In the winter of 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on an expedition. They never returned. When a search party finally found their camp, the scene was baffling and horrifying. Their tent had been sliced open from the inside. The hikers' bodies were found scattered across the mountainside, some nearly a mile away. Most of them barefoot and dressed only in their sleepwear. Despite the sub-zero temperatures, it was as if they had fled their tent in a blind panic. The real horror came when the autopsies were performed. The hikers had fractured skulls, and 2 others had major chest fractures. Injuries described by the medical examiner as being consistent with the force of a car crash. And yet, their bodies had no external wounds. One woman was missing her tongue, eyes, and part of her lips. Adding to the mystery, some of their clothing was found to be highly radioactive. The official investigation concluded that the hikers died from a compelling natural force. But what force could cause such brutal internal injuries without leaving a mark? Avalanches, secret weapons tests, an encounter with something not of this world. Over 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's most chilling and unsolvable cases. From the frozen mountains of Russia, we now head to the vast, empty tundra of Siberia. In 2014, helicopter pilots flying over the Yamal Peninsula were stunned to see something impossible. A gigantic, perfectly circular crater that had appeared out of nowhere. It was massive, over 80 feet wide and plunging deep into the permafrost. Soon, more of these giant holes were discovered across the region. They weren't caused by meteorites. There were no signs of an impact. It was as if the Earth had just opened up. The leading scientific theory is that these are the result of methane gas building up under the thawing permafrost, eventually erupting with explosive force. As climate change warms the Arctic, these subterranean gas pockets become volatile time bombs. But other, more sinister theories persist. Some locals whisper about ancient legends and passages to the underworld. Could these craters be a dramatic warning sign of our changing planet? Or are they a gateway to something far more mysterious? Lurking beneath the frozen ground of Siberia, the Earth is literally bursting at the seams, and we still don't fully understand why. Now, let's step back in time to the golden age of broadcast television. to a night that felt like a scene from a cyberpunk horror movie. On November 22nd, 1987, the city of Chicago experienced something truly bizarre. During a broadcast of Doctor Who on the local WTTW station, the signal suddenly flickered and was replaced by a strange figure. Someone wearing a Max Headroom mask, a popular satirical character at the time, was on screen. The background was a spinning sheet of corrugated metal, creating a disorienting effect. The figure spoke in a distorted, garbled voice, making nonsensical references to TV shows and Pepsi's Catch the Wave campaign. Engineers at the station frantically tried to regain control, but they couldn't. After about 90 seconds, the hijackers were done. The screen went black, and the Doctor Who episode resumed, as if nothing had happened. The culprits were never identified. To this day, no one knows who was behind the Max Headroom mask, what their message meant, or how they managed to pull off such a sophisticated signal intrusion. It was a surreal, unsettling act of electronic rebellion that broke through the safety of our television screens and reminded us that even our most familiar technology could be hijacked by the unknown. Finally, we plunge into the digital abyss, to a mystery born in the early days of viral videos. It's a clip known as Blank Room Soup, or Freaky Soup Guy. The video is short, grainy, and deeply disturbing. It shows a person whose face is completely blacked out with a sensor bar, sitting at a table in a stark, white room. They appear distressed, maybe even crying. Then, two figures in strange full-body costumes enter the room. Their costumes are almost like mascots, but with oversized, unreadable faces. One of the figures places a large bowl of soup on the table and begins to feed the person with a large spoon. The person eats the soup while seemingly sobbing. After a few spoonfuls, the second costumed figure comes over and pats the person on the back, as if offering some bizarre form of comfort. And that's it. The video ends. Where did it come from? Who are the people in it? Is the person in distress, or is this some kind of strange performance art? It appeared online without any context, and has been baffling internet sleuths for years. Some believe it's an art project, while darker theories suggest it could be footage of an actual kidnapping. Blank Room Soup is a perfect example of a modern mystery fragment of a story. Ripped from its context and left to haunt the digital world, its true meaning lost forever. From an unending hum in the desert to a cryptic message from a digital ghost, the world is woven with threads of the unexplained. These mysteries remind us that for all our science and technology, we are still just standing on the shore of a vast, dark ocean of the unknown. Some secrets may never be solved, and perhaps they aren't meant to be. They are the chilling campfire stories of our modern age, a testament to the fact that reality is often far stranger and far more terrifying than any fiction we could ever imagine. What do you think is the truth behind these mysteries? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for venturing into the dark with me. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into the unknown. Stay curious and stay safe.